Hello, guys, and welcome back to Kacheena's Variety. I am your host, Kachina, and today I'm going to be messing around with Townscaper. Now, Townscaper is a very simple indie game. You just create towns wide and tall and create little, quaint neighborhoods or really busy, bustling cities. Um, yeah. So without further ado, let's play an experiment. So there's not much to this game. Very simple. Um, you just create base, and then the house will just pop up like a water drop. I like the graphics. I like the fact that it's kind of jiggly and... Oh, I ain't seeing nothing yet, but here we go. I like the details, especially with the water ripples. You can change the colors. So there's really no music playing. The settings, I set it to music, but I don't hear a thing. So I'm going to just edit my own music into this, and you'll just hear me talk about random things that are on my mind. Yeah. So this is just a very chill, laid-back game. You can just have me in the background and just enjoy. So without further ado, again, let's just talk. So I do want to say that I appreciate not Western. I do appreciate Eastern and European architecture. I like the fact that you can, have variety and add warmth to a structure. Versus Western, which is very simple and it's very, let's see, how can ooh, I made a star shape. Okay. I show you, it's very stiff, in my opinion. It's like that blue building right there. It's just, you have your typical, triangle shape and square. And especially in Jersey, everything, like majority of the houses are cookie cutter houses. So they all look the same on the outside. Typical shape with the chandelier showing, through the front door, and everything's just pricey, which I would definitely say that this state is probably one of the most expensive states in the country. It's up there. It's up there. Most stressful, I would say, stressful living in the state. I love Jersey. I just can't. I really can't afford to live here happily. But I'm here. I'm here. So yeah, I've only been to Europe once, and it wasn't mainland Europe, and the architecture was just as beautiful and unique, and it had culture to it, like one does not see like Asian architecture or Asian inspired designs on houses in the States, like unless you're like filthy stinking rich and that's what you want. But for the most part, it's all Western style. It's very safe, and I think that America being a melting pot, there should be other varieties besides, a safe look, So yeah. At some point I wanted to build myself a tiny house because I mean, I really dislike the fact that in the USA, one can't afford to buy their own apartment. You know, you have to rent. Everything's rent. You know, I mean, I would love to rent an apartment to own it. You know, that would be nice. And that concept is not widely shared. But I know in Asian countries, I'm not sure if Western country like European countries do that when you could rent an apartment to own it or just buy the apartment outright. But yeah, I think that that would definitely bring some of this financial stresses of living in such a expensive, you know, country to a grind for sure. I'm just rambling. I don't know if any of my words really mean too much, but yeah, just talking. There's a lot going on, you know. I want to expand and thrive. I want to do a lot of things, and my mind is telling me to do a million things at once, and I'm really trying to pace myself so that I'm not doing a million things at once. You know, like I would love to see like meditation. Like I would like to see like the hustle and bustle of life be a little more balanced. You know, like maybe have like meditation centers, not necessarily in a medical way, but more in a way of like, hey, you know, let's, you know, invite Susie and Joe, you know, to the meditation spot and just chill for like 15 minutes, you know. It's like I personally feel like a third world country has a better chance of thriving versus a first world country because everything's inflated. Money, houses, cars, everything is inflated. So in order to find an opportunity to thrive, you have to work. But then you're working so much that you have no time to experience these things in life, you know? And it kind of reminds me of like I'm not a 9 to 5 type of person. I've really tried for years, and I just emotionally cannot handle working with a variety of personalities where, you know, this person doesn't believe in this person doesn't believe in that, or this person feels I should do things this way or that way, or like power struggle. Well, not power struggle, but like yeah, something like that. You know, I feel like sort of lost my train of thought, but yeah, I want to be able to work and do something that I enjoy. And there's one career that I enjoy, and that is manipulating the muscles and the tissue of various clients. Let's see what's happening here. Okay, there we go. Oh, my town is starting to look very interesting. Even this alone, like, I'm not an architect, but this, like, if there was an opportunity to build a town on stilts, because I imagine, the towns that are on stilts in in certain Asian countries and in Latin America, like in Brazil and stuff, where people live along the water, like, let them still live along the water. Just build stronger stilts and build cluster housing upward like this, I mean, it costs money, but one needs to find the right investors to invest in something so taxing, yet it would also be a saving grace, I would think, for the Amazonian people that live along the water, because now not only are they being introduced to something different, not necessarily a Western thing because it's still their style of living, but it's a more stable structure style of living, yeah, they could still work and live along the water, and it would bring tourism, and it would also allow people to, visit more, and, their community would be able to thrive and advance a little bit, yet still keep their culture. It doesn't necessarily need to look like this, but I'm just saying with the stilts, stronger stilts, stronger base. But yeah, I'm just saying, overall, my opinion of living in a Western first world country is that, yes, medicine has advanced. Yes, science has advanced. Yeah, the houses and everything, things have advanced. However, the quality of life, I would say, is more stressful because there's so much inflation. Yeah, it's like it's very frustrating, like, land is so expensive. Why is land so stinking expensive? There's so many people that make money. I will definitely say, like, the really rich people that have, like, mansions and stuff. Do you really need all that? You know what I mean? It's like, now you're just, like, wasting space, just having it to have it. And that's not my logic. It's like, oh, it's $1 million mansion with 199 rooms that you're never going to use, that it's going to collect dust, and there's no amount of family that you're going to ever have over to fill those rooms. You know what I mean? So yeah, when I see or hear, like, oh, so and so just bought this gorgeous, $2.5 million or $6.5 million place, in the back of my mind, I'm giving, a real side eye, because I'm like, the amount of money that you are blowing could have been more sufficient and more and more useful, you know. That's when, you know, it comes to my mind, you know, that I kind of wonder, I'm like, you know, if, especially with that one basketball player that lost the Lakers deal. I don't remember his name, but he was offered somewhere around like uh 60 million or something like that. A high sum amount of money, and he turned it down because it wasn't enough for him. He wanted way more than the, you know, 60 plus million. You know, he was greedy, very greedy, and very stupid. So he ended up settling for 5 million, and even then that's a lot of money for a basketball player. But at the same time, you know, I'm thinking, why are basketball players making this much money, you know, when infrastructures and I don't know, I just feel like income could be distributed a little better so that people are not struggling so much. I don't know, like what I'm saying could be deeper, but I just don't have the thought process right now to articulate what I'm trying to say. But in the end, you know, it's like 5 million, you know, that's a lot of money. And what I do with 5 million is like a lot of humanitarian things. I would secure myself and my family, but after that, it would be, majority of that money would be humanitarian, helping others to be stable and to be happy. Alright, so this town is, it's not even a town anymore. It's like a city. It's getting tall. It's getting really tall, and it's touching the sky. Yeah. So that's what's going on right now. Just making it higher and higher. However, I mean, like, to access like cluster housing on stilts like this, like look at the ladders. Like you'd really have to not be afraid of heights to climb up, you know? So in my opinion, I think there should be boats, you know, to put here. Like you could put a multiple amount of boats here, and then the boats would probably go to like maybe like a port down here, and from the port you would be able to go into the town and take elevators, because there's just no way nobody's taking the steps up and down all day long, you know. So it'd take different elevators, and yeah, and it would go to different sections of the building. So like if you wanted to go to the store in another part, then maybe like some kind of pulley system would bring people to another section of the town. And yeah, there you have it. So that's my rant, and this is my town. as I scare the birds. This is my town and Townscaper. I hope that I did not bore you with my rant, but it's just whatever is on my mind. If you enjoy this type of video of just me ranting and talking about stuff, I'll do more. And click that thumbs up. That way I know you enjoy my videos and that you want to see more uploads. And yeah, I will see you guys next time. So, all right, bye-bye.